was also going to let you guys know you've got like a good bit of glare coming off your glasses.
Oh, I can take them off.
I mean, it's up to you guys, but I just wanted to let you know.
Well, I'll just take them off for this one. Because if there's a lot of glare, I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Get contacts, I guess?
Get better eyes, stupid. Hello, everyone. And welcome to this episode of the Cryptwins.
He likes to do
sound
that.
Really,
yeah,
it's
really.
gonna sound really weird on the podcast, on the like Pandora and
Especially if you have headphones in, because these mics pick up left and rights.
they are
Good headphone, good
good.
microphones.
Yeah,
No, yeah, because I'm not going to think of what stereo. They come in
Oh.
stereo.
Adam, that's a microphone. Stereo you hold on your shoulder.
It's a type of
A
recording.
boom box
I'll punch you. Welcome everybody.
to the Cryptwins.
So this might sound a little weird because this is the second time we've had to do this because
Adam's an idiot. He
yeah,
doesn't know how to hit the
yeah. I'm
record button.
not the one with the record button pushing. So I apologize.
Okay.
Mickey, can you tell the recording on the little soundboard
I
and
didn't
on the
know
camera?
I didn't know how
can
that
you
worked.
set up the TV and the computer?
I set up the TV. I didn't know how to do that. You didn't ask me to.
I didn't ask you to do that
If
either.
you asked me to do it, I would have done it. So welcome
I'm
everybody.
just trying to shift the blame.
Yeah, we are now onto the state of Idaho.
Yes,
it has
you are.
been a little bit of time since we've done the last one.
We've been studying a lot about potatoes.
Yeah, a lot of
There's
potatoes.
a lot of different starches, and we didn't know where to start.
You got red potatoes, you got golden potatoes, you got russets, you got purple potatoes.
Aren't purple potatoes just red potatoes?
Shut up, I don't know. But anyways, they're all delicious. so
Full of starch and full of goodness.
there's quite a few different types of cryptids that we have to go over. I have
Yeah.
2. Michael has.
I got one.
Michael's got 1. So I hope you're gonna look some up. You're gonna look it up when I'm talking.
I've got one to go over. It's funny. I was talking to Daniel about this earlier today, though. The ones that we're going over, and I looked into Indiana a little bit because that's our next one.
Mhm.
It's so funny to me. It just seems like every state has almost the same type of cryptid, or very similar ones. So
Yeah.
I think we might need to start looking into ones that are more obscure and more on the paranormal side.
Okay.
People's personal stories versus the most notable ones.
The ones that are on every website ever.
Yeah, because it seems like a lot of them. It's like, oh crap, is that a Bigfoot? Yeah, it's a Bigfoot.
Well, yeah, that's the
Is
thing.
that a
I
is
think-
that a is
Is
that
that
a
a sea monster?
is that a sea monster?
Are those little dwarf people?
Yeah, that's actually that pops up in Indiana as well.
I've seen quite a few different places now that we've done this for a couple of episodes. We have seen multiple little people cryptids.
Whoa,
Of course,
you don't call them that anymore.
shut up. Of course, of course. There's always the Bigfoot. Bigfoot's everywhere.
Big
And
feats.
then any type of lake, if it's big enough that people can row a boat down, they're going to assume that it's got a lake monster in it.
Well, I think it stems back to the Native American people that have been here and their kind of cultural stories that have existed.
Yeah, and then as they
Also-
migrated away from those areas,
Well, the stories have stayed. But what also
Yeah.
I think it goes into, how the heck do I keep my stupid kids from going into the water again? There's
Yeah.
a giant monster in there.
that definitely goes into play with like the Hug and Molly thing, the green lady in the river.
The Hug and Molly one is probably the dumbest one.
It
because
is.
all it does is it screams at you and it lets you live. What is that?
Yeah, well, it's probably just a better story version than the actual It's like not Hansel and Gretel. Goodness, the Brothers Grimm books,
Oh,
like
yeah.
all those fairy tales,
They
how
are
they
siblings.
how they started off as horrific and would always end in either somebody dying or somebody being horribly disfigured.
Like the good old days.
But then, as it passes down the line, it changes meaning. It's not as bad as it was. Oh, the
Yeah, but what if it never was this bad? What if it always was? It just came up to
then
you.
that's a bad story.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
a bad-
bad villain. That's the thing.
It's like-
That's just bad writing.
It's like, like
What does she do after she grabs you?
she
She
screams.
screams.
Does she let you go? Well, yeah.
Yeah, you're a child. She wouldn't kill you.
She doesn't kill babies.
That was
Anyway,
different for some people.
So, I guess what we'll do is we'll start out with there is I'm going to mess up the name of the Native American tribe, Shoshone,
Shoshone, yeah. How are you going to mess that up?
because I kept thinking about it too hard and I thought I was going to say something different.
Shoshone.
Shoshone.
It is spelled like Shone. So Shoshone.
Shit. Shonshone.
Shoshone.
Anyway, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over the history of them a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Going to-
it's a very brief history, just kind of talking about the people and where they originate from, where some of their tribe goes.
I wasn't talking, but it's fine.
That's fine.
Cool.
No, it's all right.
It's fun.
This is my idea.
This is Adam just gonna get run all over me. It's fine.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead with your bit. Go ahead.
It wasn't a bit. I was just gonna say this is how the show was gonna go.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about the history of the peoples around the area surrounding some of the kind of supernatural beings, and then we'll go into the two that Adam has, and then we'll go into the one that I have.
Very well.
Yes. Was that so hard to let me get out? And then Adam had to just go, oh, hey, by the way.
Okay, so so the Shoshone people, there's 4 large cultural and linguistic divisions that exist.
For major linguini.
linguistic and cultural divisions. So, so there's the Eastern Shoshone that they primarily reside over in Wyoming. The Northern Shoshone, which stay in about southern Idaho. We'll talk about primarily that's where some of these stories are going to be coming from. The Northern Shoshone, which are I just said that. Western Shoshone, they're from Nevada and northern Utah, and the Goshute. It's a different name, same mother tribe, different.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I was like you were saying Shoshone, and now you just said Ghost Root.
No, Goshute.
Ghost Root.
Go shoot.
So it's a
spooky
shoot. Turnip.
Shut up. They're in western Utah and eastern Nevada.
Okay.
As of 2000. As of 2000, I couldn't find any better Census Bureau information since then.
Okay.
There's about 12,200 of those peoples. Mm-hmm. They typically speak Shoshone with an I, which is a branch from the Numic languages of the Uto-Aztecan language. Uto-Aztecans is pretty broad. There's a lot more of...
Dang, that far north?
Yeah. Well, not that far north. Utah is like right beside Nevada.
Why do I always think Utah is like really far north?
Because it's a bunch of weird Mormons.
Isn't that up north?
Oh,
Where's Dakotas?
So
I thought they were next to the Dakotas.
I have a really bad drawing here.
Oh, heck yeah!
So you can see California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona would go here. Texas would go. Crap, not Texas.
Adam, wait, where's Idaho?
Idaho's right here. Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah.
Where's Oregon?
Oregon's above California.
Okay. Because that's where the
What's above Oregon, Michael?
Washington.
There you go.
I was just trying to figure it out because that's where the Ore-Ida potatoes come from. And for some reason, they were like where Ohio was.
You thought Idaho and Ohio were close together?
I thought they were. I thought they were way more to the north. Sorry. I'm really bad at
That's Illinois. Oh my gosh, I hate you so much. You're such an idiot.
Oh no!
What, you thought Potato Land was next to Michigan too? Wait, how do they make all those sacks of potatoes with all the gunshot violence? You're so stupid. You're so Okay, well, now that we got that out of our systems.
Oh, man.
Okay, so...
I can't believe I thought that.
So sometimes they were called the Snake Indians. Excuse me, back to the Shoshone. Sometimes they were called the Snake Indians by other tribes around the areas and early American explorers. There was actually one famous Shoshone people you might know. Stop laughing. Sacagawea. What was she important for, Michael?
Settling the West. Helping settle the West.
With
Explore
who?
the West.
With who? With who, Michael?
Orville Redenbacher. Hold on, shut up. I was just saying it because I stopped doing that. I can't do it. That's something
Starts
with
with
Clark.
Lewis
and Clark.
Ah, yeah, there it is. There's a couple other ones, but that was the most prominent that people would know.
What's the other
Sacagawea.
What's the other pronunciation everybody tries to say? Sacagawea. Have you ever heard people try to say it that way?
I think so, but I don't want to say that that's not wrong because I'm not sure how it's actually pronounced.
It's actually Sacagawea.
I doubt it.
Sack of weeds.
So the reason why they're so widespread and they have those 4 cultural divisions is actually because they originate from the Great Basin area, which includes mostly a majority of Nevada, the top northwestern portion of Utah, southwestern portion of Wyoming, the bottom portion of Idaho, some in Oregon, some in California, but again, like I said, mostly in
Just for other people who don't know.
Yeah,
Because I'm sure everyone else should know.
I hope they know. As compared to you, are you gonna throw it up there?
I don't know because now I feel really stupid.
Okay, so Michael's trying to show you guys a picture of Idaho so he can figure out where potatoes come from. But yeah, so they came from the Great Basin generally. So the estimated population back in 1845 was about 4,500. And the reason why they reduced so much was because of the epidemic of disease from Western settlers, as well as warfare that spread throughout the area. So one of the and this is the part that I don't have notes on, but I did have something pulled up for this. So one of the stories that I have is these things they're called water babies. So the reason why they're called water babies is in times of great strife with the Shoshone people, there was a tale that mothers that couldn't really handle it because they didn't have enough food or ability to take care of their children. A bunch of them just basically took their kids and dropped them into a river and was like,
Spawn kill.
Yeah.
That's not cool. That's like camping.
Spawn kill. So anyways,
Noob.
but the story goes that instead of them actually perishing, basically the children adapted and grew gills of sorts or became kind of like supernaturally changed so they could live in the water. And then they kind of took on this role as of sirens, where they would make the sounds of like kids giggling or babies crying, making people come to the area, or beautiful women singing or talking, bringing other people to the area. That way they could kill them and suck their blood.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wait, so did they ever grow bigger than babies?
That's some. Oh, okay. There's a little bit more to it too, as well. So this is from nativelanguages.org. I've actually got quite a few different stories from this website when I was doing anything that goes with native peoples. There's a bunch of different names for them that is aside from water babies.
Okay.
I will try to pronounce 2. Paakniwat
Okay.
and Pa'oa'oa. So related figures in other tribes are halfway people, or the Mi'kmaq.
Sounds like a chorus line of a 70s song. Pow-wa-wa.
So anyways, the water babies are mysterious and dangerous. This is from their website.
Mysterious.
Water babies are mysterious and dangerous water spirits from folklore of California and other Western Native American tribes. Water babies are said to inhabit springs and sometimes ponds or streams. That's a weird sentence. Water babies usually take the form of beautiful human infants, although in some tribes they have fishtails and appear as reptilian beings that merely make cries resembling human babies.
Human, beautiful infants.
Like really cute kids.
Those are some sexy children.
If you saw an ugly kid in the river, you would leave it.
That's how the beautiful kids thing sounded, you know?
Shut up.
I'm just
Stop.
saying.
Stop.
That's what it sounded.
No. Don't talk anymore. That was from this website, not my words. You making that sound was not.
It's just funny to hear it read that way.
It is a weird phrase.
Isn't it a weird phrase? I guess you could say in a weird way that your child's beautiful, but I never would call an infant beautiful.
Man, my kids are adorable.
Adorable, yeah. Wouldn't it feel weird if someone was like, man, your child's heckin' beautiful?
I don't know. Like, some people do say, like, they're beautiful, yeah. It does come off a little awkward. But when they're older people, they do say weirder things. But it's not like I'm assuming like a younger kid to go like, yo, your kid's hot. I'd be like, you need to take a step back before I kick.
Hi, I don't think I've introduced myself.
Before I put my fist through your back.
I gotta put my foot through your back.
Sorry, I don't know how to tell you this, sir, but Yeah, I'm going to stop there. So in many tribal traditions, the cry of a water baby is an omen of death. In others, responding to a water baby's crying by picking it up results in catastrophe.
Oh,
So
so
they
it
can
is
be-
a baby.
Yeah. So apparently it's like
weird.
spiritual babies that just stay that way forever.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of interesting, a little bit different than what I expected when I Googled cryptid for Idaho. But I mean, it kind of makes sense, especially with the tribal presence out there and the stories passed down forever about that.
That's interesting.
Do you want me to go with my other one that I have as well
Yeah, sure.
before you go? Okay. Excuse me.
I turned my
So,
mouth from the mic to breathe.
Another one of the Shoshone
Thank you. Sorry.
another one of the Shoshone legends that go out is something called the Nimrigar. Let me make sure I'm also pronouncing that right. I have a pronunciation guide. Yeah,
Pronunciation guide.
Nimrigar.
Type it in.
The Nimrigar are pretty much like dwarves that lived in the mountains and the high top areas of the Great Basin area. So some of the things I was reading about them said that they were basically aggressive little people that actually would attack you with poison arrows. Their name, which I have to keep turning back to, Nimrigar, their name Nimrigar actually translates to people eaters. Yeah, throw that up there.
Look at him. He looks so happy.
Yeah, so they're kind of creepy looking. So there was actually another thing where they were believed to kill their own from like basically out of annoyance or that they couldn't provide, and they would bash their skulls in. Their own kind would bash their own skulls in. And there was actually in 1932 called in question about their actual reality or possibility of being real was when they found a 1932 they found a 14-inch foot tall mummified body.
I remember seeing something about that.
Yeah, so-
Because a lot of people were saying this proves the existence of like fairies and crap.
Yeah, so let me see. How big is this? So this is 11 and a half. That's 11 inches, so about there. That's as tall as these things were. That's how tall that mummy was that they found.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, especially if it was well preserved
And
and,
they were saying
well
it
developed.
was like a full size person though. It wasn't like a baby.
No,
right?
it was like an actual.
Human being and not a baby.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's a weird distinction.
Excuse me.
Not a human being, but a baby. Okay.
I'm gonna kill you.
Whatever you say.
It was approximately 65 years old.
Whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, it was found 60 miles south of Casper, Wyoming. So this is a little bit further away from Idaho. I mean, it's not that far, but like I said, it's a Shoshone story, and the Shoshone people were in Idaho, Nevada, and Wyoming. So those stories are bound to travel.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was 6.5 inches seated. Was it sitting when they found it?
Oh, that's weird.
Tests performed by the American Museum of Natural History and certified genuine by the anthropology department at Harvard. They stated the mummy was estimated to be the body of a full-grown adult, approximately 65 years old.
Oh, jeez.
The spine was damaged. It had a broken collarbone and smashed-in skull, exposing brain tissue and congealed blood, suggesting that it was violently killed. I would kill it violently
Yeah.
too if I saw
Are you kidding me?
If I saw a 14-inch tall, fully grown man.
You just gotta. Guys, he's literally probably like just guys out there in literally the woods, like foraging around. He's got a stick in his hand, just as his walking stick. And it's
Oh,
something.
that's weird. Sorry, I'm just reading it out. Adding to the strangeness, the mummy had a full set of canine teeth that were overly pointed.
So literally like that picture.
Like that picture, yeah. When examined by the University of Wyoming, the body was found to be that of a deceased, anencephalic infant whose cranial deformity gave it the appearance of a miniature adult. A second mummy examined by University of Wyoming anthropologist George Guild in Denver and the Denver Children's Hospital in the 1990s was also shown to be an anencephalic infant. DNA testing showed it to be a Native American, and radiocarbon dating dated it to be about 1700. Okay, so never mind.
So
However-
it was a baby.
But it had pointed teeth.
Like,
But it was a baby. Why would they point?
It was a baby that was in the shape of an adult human when it was born?
No, I mean it looked like but like I don't know, because the baby died weird. The baby would have died violently. They said it died violently.
Well, it's probably like somebody gave birth to it and they went, what the heck is that?
I was born with sharp teeth. Kill it with fire.
Mm-hmm. It was a butt baby.
Stole the mayor's wallet. Historical accounts from the missionary Zeisberger in 1778 also point to the possible existence of the Nimmergar or other little peoples in northern America. Near Kecoughtan, Ohio,
Let me see.
Zeisberger wrote of a burial ground that reportedly had numerous remains of a pygmy race approximately 3 feet in height. The long rows of graves of the pygmy race at Coshocton.
Will you let me see it?
Right here, dude. Coshocton. Coshocton?
Yep, probably.
Coshocton.
Probably.
Were regularly arranged with heads to the west. Oh, that's weird. A circumstance which has given rise to the theory that these people were sun worshippers, facing the daily approach of the sun god over the eastern hills. Excuse me.
Why would their heads be pointed west then?
To watch it as it
sets?
left? I don't know.
That sounds weird.
Acceptance of the sun worship surmise does not necessarily imply deduction that this pygmy race may have descended from the river people of Hindustan or Egypt. The primeval man, wherever found, seems to have been a sun worshipper, which is also true. These burial grounds are no longer in existence. However, acceding to missionary observations, the primitive people understood the use of stone axe, making good pottery, and the vision of land areas into squares. So, Nimmergar, I don't really see being... I mean, it possibly could be real. It could have been an actual race of peoples that did exist in the past. And like they said, it could
have
be...
existed.
Yeah, pygmies do exist. So, I don't know if they exist now. I'll have to look into that.
What
Can you look
constitutes
into
a
that?
pygmy? What constitutes a pygmy?
Never mind. I had a joke for you, but I can't say it on family-friendly YouTube.
Is it a pig in me?
No, it's the fact that something on your body resembles something that a pygmy might have.
He's got jokes over
I
here.
do have jokes.
Too bad we're twins.
99.9%.
Yeah, you know where Idaho is.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or at least a dozen pygmy groups
Whoa, still
unrelated
existing?
to each other still throughout the world.
Oh, neat. Whoa, cool. So,
I wonder if that worked. I turned my mic to
yeah,
see
I
if
did.
it
I could hear him better.
Sweet.
Some of them are in the Congo rainforest.
The Congo rainforest.
What
okay.
constitutes a pygmy? Can you see that?
I'll find out.
All right.
Okay.
So
Back to that in a second.
Yeah, so the reason I was wanting to go kind of last too was not just because I didn't see a whole lot about this one.
Can I go ahead and talk about my sponsor?
Oh,
We
yes.
have a sponsor. Oh, wait.
Oh, you got it?
Dan's got something.
Hold on.
In anthropology, pygmy peoples are ethnic groups whose average height is unusually short.
That's
it?
That's it.
That's their definition.
That's a really good definition.
Wow.
Let's see. Adult men are on average less than 150 centimeters, 4'11".
4'11".
Okay, so under 5 feet.
Yeah.
Adam, you're almost a pygmy.
I'm barely shorter than
I
you.
know.
Like
but
by
it's
an
great.
inch, man.
I know, but look at how angry you just got.
Shut up. So, anyways, I have a word from our
Today, from
our
our
sponsor, our first sponsor ever.
What's
It's
its
going to be
name?
amazing. The sponsor is GetThatKidQuiet.com.
Okay.
So Get That Kid Quiet. If you have a kid that ranges from 2 months old to about 4 years old, they have the products just for you. If you get their deluxe premium package, you get 1 large tub, a garden hose adapter, and 1 container of their Super Sleepy Time spray. With added use and the ability to just make sure your house is as quiet as possible, they're so positively sure that you will be ecstatic with your product that they have a 90-day guarantee to refund. Or you can have a 90-day upgrade to your choice of 1 shovel or a choice of a taxidermy kit with instructions to show natural growth of a human child. If you use our promo code into the crypt, you'll get 25% off your first order.
You're an idiot.
Go to go to getthatkidquiet.com.
So
That is
dumb.
that's not real. It came to me when I was driving, and I could not stop thinking.
So dumb. What was the coupon code? Get into the crypt.
Into the crypt.
Into the crypt.
Into the crypt. All caps, no punctuation. But anyway,
You're such
Sorry.
a doofus. Oh my gosh.
I thought about it when I was on the drive over, and I just read about the.
I'll tell you something about that afterwards.
I read about the water babies thing,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh man, that house must have been so quiet after."
Why didn't you? Okay.
That way, people forgot about the water babies, and I bring it back.
It's like,
Don't do
Anyway.
that with your children. That thing is fake.
yes.
Super sleepy time spray. I wish it existed, but it doesn't.
Well, there are a
You
couple
can just throw a
versions.
melatonin gummy at him and hope it makes him sleepy.
That's why you give them 6.
I've thought about it.
That's
For myself. They can barely keep their eyes open with one. It's pretty
Really?
hilarious.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, yeah. Until
It-
they get used to it,
True. Anyway, so
you gotta smack them.
the... remember, people, beat your kids. Just
Teaches respect.
beat them.
All right, so Michael is gonna go ahead and
So-
talk about
What an intro!
Sorry.
So yeah, the only reason I really want to go over this one kind of last is because it's so funny to me. Like I was saying at the beginning of this thing, there are so many of these that are the same.
My shoes are too tight.
Your shoes are too
I have to
tight.
take them off.
But so Idaho has its own version of Lake Nessie, or
Like-
the Lake Iliamna monster,
Like everywhere that's got a lake.
like everywhere that's got a lake. So, but the thing is too is their sightings kind of aren't super big. I mean, they had a couple back in 1920 is when they first kind of started being seen, and
and
based on one other thing I had seen here, it talked about the Shoshone. It is Shoshone. When you read it too fast, you read it as Shoshone.
or you could just think about it and read it the right way.
You read it the right way.
So wait. So when did this picture? When did this first start getting seen?
Uh,
Supposedly.
It was right around when the influx of white people were coming into the area in like the 1860s and 1850s. So, what I think it is they carried over from the states that were already being settled, and people, maybe Irish settlers, who have been
I mean Scottish
Scottish
Yeah, there you go.
settlers. Scottish people are actually called rednecks.
Dude, you really don't know geography. That's
I keep forgetting Lake Erie is in Scotland.
Huh?
Is that where it is? That's Loch Ness. Why do I keep saying I think it's Lake Erie? Oh, because that one joke with Dracula.
Lake
I had a-
Erie is in the United States.
No, it's not. Is it? It's in Transylvania. That's where Dracula likes to water ski.
No, Lake Erie isn't. That's one of the 5 Great Lakes.
Anyway, Loch Ness Monster.
Please tell me I'm right, Dan, because I'm pretty sure I am.
No.
Lake Erie, 4th largest of the 5 Great Lakes of North America.
Dude, I hate you so much. So,
I don't
for the
know why I
people in the
always-
back, if you couldn't hear, Lake Erie is the 4th largest in the Great Lakes of the United States of America, which are where, Michael? Where?
Shut up. Anyway, I don't know why. I've done that a couple times for
There's a-
some stupid
There's a
reason.
hint. One of them's named Lake Michigan.
You're an idiot. I'm an idiot. I know. I've made that joke before about Lake Erie or something like that, it's where does Dracula like to water ski? Lake Erie. For some reason, I think.
Do you have a boo button?
No, I don't. I probably should get one. Shut up. Anyway, no. So the people coming from Scotland
Yes.
with
No,
the history of Loch Ness,
yeah.
more than likely, is where the kind
Where
of
the
story
story came
trickled in.
That's what I was going to ask about. That's the reason why I was asking what time it started, because I can't remember when we talked about it before. Have we ever officially talked about Nessie?
No,
Okay. I think
we
we
don't.
I can't remember when when did the first stories of Nessie start up?
Nessie's been around. Like those stories have been around for hundreds of years.
That's
Since
what I
before
want.
we came to
yeah,
the
that's what I'm
US,
pretty sure. I'm
or the North America.
pretty confident
I should say.
about that as well. But
But so
be
that's
sure.
what I'm getting at is so this one, yes, they saw it in like the 1920s, but then they saw it a little bit for 1920. Yeah, and then they saw some more of it in the 1940s as well, and that's where they were calling it. So what it's called in Lake Oh, hold on. I'm going to get this wrong on the way to say it. It's, hold on. I have it.
Those are all blending together for me.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, they're just referring back to the first like recorded sighting, which was back in 1933.
Oh,
That was the first reported sighting? I thought there had been sightings way before.
First recorded.
recorded. So, like, yeah.
I'm trying to find reports, but it's just pulling up. A bunch
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
only going to pull that up. So the funny thing is, when we were looking at it too, though,
Yeah, it's funny.
there's a lot of different Native American Indian tribes, or Native American, however you want to say it. There's a bunch of those tribes that all have the same type of water spirit, water type of supernatural thing.
Yeah, so it's more likely it's just a cultural type monster that is
Yeah.
passed down from generation.
Whether-
But the thing is, so this one they say it's in Lafayette Lake, and that's where they're seeing it. It's called Charlie. Now it's called Charlie.
Yeah.
You know what it was called before?
The Pilot Lake Monster.
Slimy Slim.
They should have kept that.
Yeah, I know.
That's my
Hold on,
favorite
let me
name
double
I've
check-
ever
Let
got.
me double check to make sure I was right. Yes,
Slimy
Slimy
Slim.
Slim. But yeah, basically it's the same exact thing that you see up here. It's the same thing that they have said Nessie was. Georgia had the same monster.
Yep, that's right.
Lake Iliamna had the same. It's the same monster.
Yep.
But Lake Iliamna had like not historic, but like folklore from the tribes that were there on how
Yeah,
it was
they had
actually
more
made.
stuff associated with it and things about
So-
what it actually was.
So I'm almost inclined to think that there are stories that exist for these as well, but I just haven't seen any for Charlie.
There probably is.
But I mean, it's also a gimmick thing. You know, the more they say these stuff, and there's probably a thing that we could do in a deep dive on the social economic status of the people around the lake,
Yeah.
and more than likely they're starting to run. Oh, what you got, Dan?
So I was looking a little further, and the earliest reports of Nessie were like 565 AD.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh crap, really? That's see, I thought it was
That's
pretty far.
way far back.
Yeah.
That's a lot further back than I assumed.
Yeah,
Dude,
But-
that's like what, 1300 to
1,500 years ago, almost.
I meant from the sighting that they had. The first reported sighting
Oh,
that he brought
yeah.
up was back in like what, 1930s?
Yeah.
So that's about
Wow, those
13 to
stories stick
1400
around
years.
for a
That's
while.
crazy, dude. Yeah, I know. That's one of the funny things about, I guess, like history and like this oral traditions of these types of stories. The reason why I think these cryptids still exist is because they were real at one point, or real enough to be seen as what they thought it was. Because
Yeah.
it's not everybody, like now everybody's an expert. Everybody can look everything up on YouTube or on everybody can look everything up on Google.
Yeah.
So you can easily debunk a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
It's easily done.
Well,
Back
it's like,
then, it was just like Jebediah saw a big old lake monster. Well, he's been around the lake way more than anybody else has, so obviously it's true, and that's how it would
Yeah.
go. And there
Well,
was nothing wrong with that. But
I think though it also inclines, like you said, there were real things that existed. I think because people seem to forget, or at least it popped up into popular context or popularity, and then kind of died out. But I remember they found like some hieroglyphics that actually had a stegosaurus.
yes,
actually
with
marked-
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there were certain things that have existed for a little bit longer than we thought, to where longer than we thought they actually lived.
It's possible, but
And I don't know why this wouldn't be that far. Like, I mean, they found what shark was it? They found like hundreds of thousands of feet underneath the ocean that they thought was extinct, and then they just found it
the
randomly.
Greenland shark.
Yeah, I think it was
the
the
one
Greenland
that's
shark or the goblin shark. Was it
The goblin shark's been around for a while. People know about it. The Greenland shark can live up to about 200 years, I think. And
Yeah, but
lives
they
at the
thought they
bottom
had
of the
all
ocean.
died out.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it's extinct, and then all of a sudden they found like, oh.
Yeah. Well,
not
that's happened with a lot of other animals.
But that's just it. I mean, unless we, and I don't know how much of Loch Ness has actually been explored. How do we know that this thing can't get into the channels and the caverns that are down there?
Yeah, and, then
And hide
out.
away.
I mean,
And
it's
there's no
true.
way. What if somehow, some weird way, those caves are connected to the ocean somewhere?
Well, and then that also goes into last time when I think I was talking about Lake Iliamna monster, there was a guy that was talking about long-necked seals and the fact that that's
We've talked
possibly
about
what
that
it
a
could
couple
be.
different times.
Yeah, and I mean that's
And I
a
like that
possibility
idea.
too. Why?
Because that's the pictures I've seen and the things that people have described. That had to be a really long neck seal.
It would have to be a really long neck animal to be anything.
I guess that's true.
So,
Did you find anything out about that shark?
I kept seeing articles about it, but I wasn't seeing the actual name of the shark.
Daggone.
okay.
I think another funny thing about it is, the way we describe these creatures and where they're at, and where they live, and how. I guess, but still, you see the other one a lot. When you describe like an animal that has like a 7 foot long neck, has the face of a goat, has horns, has spots,
Yeah, has leopard spots, has hooves like a goat.
has hooves like a horse, has a goat tail
Yeah,
or a donkey tail.
yeah. And
You
everybody's
think
like,
I'm describing
oh, no.
something crazy, but it's just a giraffe.
It's a giraffe, yeah.
Saying, oh. But now, granted, you can see those walking around all the time and flailing their necks at each other. They have the best fighting method of any animal I've ever
The
seen.
best birthing method, too. I hope you survive.
Do what?
Was it the Greenland shark you guys are thinking of?
Yeah.
The one that has like a crazy lifespan?
200 years.
It's like the one I'm looking at right now says like 275.
Wow.
That's
okay.
crazy. Well, macaw can live into like 80s.
So I want to see. Can we? So I know since you're the one editing this, I want you to put a tally counter here where I'm right.
Yeah, because I'm the one editing this, that doesn't happen.
I'll do this one. It's fine. It's gonna
Okay.
do like a lot of like the whole MLG no scope sound.
Dude, if you can, it's hard to do. Especially when you have to sit down and watch the whole thing again. Anyway,
So what else you got about Charlie?
really, there's not. Oh, like I said, there's not a lot. It's just the same kind of sightings that we've had before.
Same kind of stories.
It's the same thing. It's like, well, I saw it. Did you? Yeah, I saw it.
Well,
It had humps.
Do you think that from now on, like, should we just keep doing them like this, where it's the cryptids, or should we just do like the water babies thing, where it's like a supernatural type being, where it's not.
Going
It's
to
not
the folklore stories of what's
yeah,
in
it's
the area.
not cookie cutter. It could be like a ghost story. It could be like a weird.
Yeah, maybe we
animal.
should.
I think that'd be kind
Find
of
something
fun.
else out, yeah.
I mean, it's still a cryptid.
Yeah.
It's just not,
The same kind.
it's not Nessie over and over again.
What's that one doing?
And bobbing for apples is what it looks like.
Heckin' bobbing for apples. Anyway.
So what? Next state is Indiana.
Indiana. Iowa.
Indiana.
Yes.
Iowa goes IO.
That's what McDonald's says. Ronald McDonald. E-I-E-I-O. Old McDonald had a farm. I love the
dude.
mental hurdles I put you through to come to the same conclusion.
Oh
that
my
I've done.
gosh.
Yeah, yes.
The mental
So
gymnastics you have to take to get to your next
Indiana.
word.
Indiana is where we're going next.
I can't think of anything funny like we did last time about Idaho and potatoes. What's good that comes out of India?
Out of India? I don't know.
Indiana.
I like curry.
I know when we get to Texas, the only thing that comes out of Texas is steers and queers. Which one is you? Actually, I don't know what movie that's off of, but it's pretty funny.
Full Metal Jacket.
That's from Full Metal? Okay. That's from Full Metal Jacket. Oh, yeah! That's what he says, yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Because he's like,
I'll
yeah,
leave that in.
what state are you from? I'm from Texas, sir. Only thing I know that comes from Texas is steers and queers. Which one is you? So, good movie.
I just got a notification
Can't believe
from
he's
David.
dead.
That's pretty funny.
So, yeah, that's Idaho for as much as we got right now.
We're gonna come up with a better flow of the show. I think we're gonna have to. I think we talked about it before, doing the segments like we wanted, but we just didn't do it like I planned.
Oh, we didn't go into possibility of reality.
Oh yeah, the is it real? Is it fake?
Is it?
You want me to use the same slide as before?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so the
Cue terrible song.
Is it real? Is it fake? Is it real? Is it fake? Is it real? Is it fake? Is it real? It's fake.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. That should be about enough time.
You think it's gonna be enough time?
Probably. Anyway, so we'll start out with the first one. Which is the first one? Was the water babies?
First one was water babies.
Them dang old water babies. Obviously, yeah, no.
Oh!
Obviously, if you throw a child in the water, child sank. Child no becomes super natural. I don't know what accent that is.
Unless you're using shutthatkidup.com. Well, anyways.
I'm going to have to tell you about that afterwards, because you're going to be really upset when I break the news to you about that one.
I know there was one about that sleepy time thing and they sprayed the kid with the face. And, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
She's so quiet. I put her in a shoebox.
That's awesome.
And he's just like...
I put her in a
He's got like the sprayer and he's like... She hasn't made a sound in weeks.
Terrible. Okay, so yes.
Funny enough, I didn't even... I mean, the only thing that made me think of that was after I said the super sleepy time spray.
Mm-hmm.
I was meaning that you fill the thing up with water and you just throw the baby in. And if they're too old and they know how to swim, you just spray them with the sleepy time solution.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I was totally lost on your whole thing.
Yeah, it was...
David's calling you because he wants us to play Xbox.
Should we cameo him?
No, I mean, yeah. You want to?
I hang up.
Okay.
He hung up. Sorry about that,
So-
guys.
So yes,
On the realm
water
of
babies,
plausibility, no, it's not a thing. It's definitely a scary story. It sounds a lot like sirens from
Yeah.
like pirate tales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Pirates don't have tails.
no,
Scimitars. No.
no,
What is the next one?
Nimragar.
Maybe.
I
Pygmy
would
races have
say-
existed and are existing right now.
Probably from like 1 to 10. I'd give it about 7.
I'd say an
To-
8.
Yeah, depending on the area of time that this is happening. Do they exist now in that area? I would say probably not.
How terrifying would it be if that was true?
I would punt it.
What if it's just a person, dude?
I would punt
Pygmies are
it.
people, dude.
Well, yeah, but they're also yeah. But I
Is
was
it
talking
offensive
about,
to call them a pygmy?
I was talking about no, because that's what they are. I was talking about if they're 14 inches tall,
Oh yeah, they're
not
14
the
inches tall.
not the under 4'11".
To be fair, people under 4'11" aren't really people.
That's true. So yeah, I say an 8, so
well, yeah.
7, 7.5. Yeah.
Being that small though, being
Mm.
this small, I
Mm-hmm.
don't see being possible.
Hmm.
There's been like one recorded.
Man, how funny
human.
would that be to be like? You could like literally pick him up by the legs and just go.
There's been one recorded human that is like 24 inches tall.
Yeah, but he still has like. He's not as small as that mummy. they talked
No,
about.
definitely not. Yeah, he's disproportionate.
How tall was Mini Me?
I think he's like
under
30
2
inches.
feet. He's under 2 feet,
You sure?
I think. Or he's like.
He's looking
two
up
and a
his
half
own
feet.
question.
Yeah.
I'd say 30
So
inches.
last
Back to
one,
chest.
Charlie,
30 inches back to chest.
Slimy Slim,
No.
2'8".
3'8".
2 foot.
Oh,
Oh wow,
yeah, right under 3 feet.
that's
There you
crazy.
go. That's a short man.
Have you seen
could
him
fit in a
carrying a
carry-on.
turkey for Thanksgiving?
No, that sounds great,
That's his face.
but he's a regular person like you and me.
He just goes through stuff, man.
Yeah, he goes through stuff different than I do.
I mean, could you imagine?
I don't know where Idaho is, and he can't hold a turkey.
Could you imagine trying to pick up a piece of meat that is
Literally the size
literally
of
the
you?
size of you?
Yeah, no, it'd be crazy.
Kudos to that man.
Yeah, true.
How dare you laugh?
So, Charlie, Slimy Slim.
No.
I don't know. There's too many of these stories all around the place. I'll give it a 1 out of 10.
Would I say Charlie living in in Idaho exist? No. The possibility of this thing existing,
Yes.
I'll give it about a 6.
Okay, yeah.
I can
The
hit-
creature itself,
Creature
yes.
itself, I can go about
Idaho, no.
5 to 6 range because it's just too commonplace. It's too much everywhere. Maybe.
Mobby.
But the fact that potatoes come from this area and they're housing a lake monster, nah, man. They already got potatoes. They don't need anything else cool.
Are potatoes cool?
They go well with everything. Of course they are.
Sure. So,
Indiana.
Indiana has been twinned. I don't like that.
Idaho. Idaho has been twinned.
Indiana will be next, is what I
Yeah.
said in my head really loud.
Yeah. So,
Idaho, Idaho, Indiana's next.
that was a lot of fun. If you guys want to, go ahead and press that subscribe button over here.
Yep, it's down there.
The notification bell over here.
Yeah.
Look at our playlist right here
Yep.
with the rest of our videos. And if you don't like them, that's fine, because we're going to keep making them anyway. Don't worry about the timeline. We'll figure that out.
What timeline?
The fact that we haven't been consistent.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, anyways, that's it for this. Stop using your toe for
That's the
that.
best way I can do it.
We need a stick. Later.
See you.